on Yackin Wit Yoni, we're going to recap Bulls Bucks and Blackhawks Wild. And we'll have a new edition of Yanni's Take. That's all right now on Yackin Wit Yoni. Welcome to this January the 31st edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yannishadas. Let's kick it off by recapping Bulls Bucks from last night. I was at the game, did make it. Spinned out on Highway 50. It was a crazy ordeal, but was able to make it anyway. It was only me and Katie. Mary Ellen, who you'll see on next week's Yanni on the Town, was supposed to go but canceled due to weather. Let's go to it. Taj fills in for Boozer. What a job for Taj Gibson. I did not know it going to the game, but it was a game-time decision for a hamstring strain for Carlos Boozer. He did not play. Taj Gibson was in there, did a very good job. He made a couple of hardcore dunks in that game last night. Played exceptionally well. Great job. Taj did a great job. The Bulls won at 104-88, by the way. Nate Robinson and Pollard steal the show. A couple of nights ago, I was watching the game, and Stacey King's like, I can't wait till Nate Robinson's first dunk. Well, he did it in the first half of that game in Milwaukee. He got it pumped up, and he knows how to get a crowd pumped up. He's very exciting, and the guy can shoot unbelievable threes. You didn't think a guy that small could be that talented. He is. Jimmy Butler returned. Even the Bucks fans gave him an ovation. Formerly played for Marquette, who plays at the Bradley Center, but a great job by him as well. Both of them played exceptionally well last night, and they really had a good thing going. And finally, Jennings gets upset. Towards the end of the fourth quarter, when it looked like the Bulls had this one well in hand, Brandon Jennings wasn't thrilled with the ref's call. Threw the ball at him, he got ejected and walked off. So sore loser is Brandon Jennings, and the Bulls do win that one, 104-88. I will have a Yanni on the Town. That'll air in the first week of March. So now we're two Yanni on the Town tapings. Good again, we'll be airing the new one next week. But besides that, great win by the Bulls last night, 104-88. Every week I'll have a question. To put on Facebook, Twitter, and our website. We want you, the people's feedback, and I'll read them. The following Friday, you can also email it to yakawayani@yahoo.com. Now it's time to recap Blackhawks Wild. I watched the game once I returned home last night, and the Blackhawks lose this one 3-2. Or I got the Blackhawks winning 3-2. They lose at 3-2 in a shootout. First one, give up one and score two. The Blackhawks gave up a goal early on in that game, made it 1-0 to the lead of the Minnesota Wild, but right away, the Blackhawks got two quick goals. Jonathan Toews was able to get one, and just right away, bang and bang boom, and the Hawks got him 2-2 in 1 minute. They replaced their goalie, and then it ended up being pretty good. Second one, goal Clutterbuck for the Minnesota Wild was able to get a tap and goal, went right off his stick right into the net, tied it at 2-2. That was in the second period, or the early second period, or the first period, and then nothing happening in the rest of pretty much the game. And then we go into the shootout, and the Wild win that shootout 2-1 and win the game overall 3-2 in a shootout. Blackhawks are now 6-0-1, so they have not had a regulation loss, which is all three periods. So good job. But the Hawks now will go off to Vancouver. We'll be previewing that game tomorrow. Katie brings it better than ever as she dips into the entertainment and gives us some of the big stories going on. That is every Monday on Yackin Wit Yoni, but we will be changing that, and I'll be telling you about that in a little bit. Now it's time for the newest edition of Yanni's Take, and today I'm going to talk about the Ray Lewis allegations, about what's going on with him, and the newest. I mean, I had a Yanni's Take about him, I believe, not too long ago, but this one about the alleged taking deer antler spray to be able to come back. I mean, he tore, I'm not sure exactly what the injury was in his arm, but he came back in 2 months' time. It was completely tore. I think it's very hard to come back from that. I mean, what Adrian Peterson did was one thing, but I mean, Ray Lewis is a very strong guy. He knows all that. He pretty much dodged all questions about that at the 2 media days in New Orleans. So, I mean, there is different things you could look at for this, but I mean, he can be guilty, but I've heard many media sources say that if he did do it, he'd still be able to play Sunday. He'd do the appeal, and then he's retiring. So there's really no point to make a big deal about it anymore. If he did it, he did it. Apparently, you spray it under your tongue, and it gives you, I guess it builds your, I don't know what it does. But anyway, it just sounds dumb, but I think it's, but again, there's a bunch of, then they got those steroid allegation in baseball, but I think the whole Ray Lewis thing is you can't do anything you can do about it. He's going to be going over to ESPN as well to probably be on the countdown or be Monday Night Football on the scene. But besides that, if he did it, he did it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's his last game. Let the guy enjoy his final hurrah. If he cheated, I mean, if he was playing next year and all that, then fine. Try to get more into depth. But there's really nothing you can do about it. If he did it, oh well. But again, Ray Lewis getting allegations of deer antler spray, and apparently what's in it is illegal, a banned substance in the NFL. Like I said, can't do anything about it, just drop it. That is my new edition of Yanni's Take. Do you want to be a guest analyst on Yackin Wit Yoni, either via phone or be in studio? Just email me at yackinwityoni@yahoo.com, or on Facebook, we will work something out. A couple of notes. Condolences go out to the family of Caleb Moore. I'm not big in the X Games, don't watch it, but I just saw on the bottom of the ESPN that he has died because of injuries of what happened to him at the X Games last Thursday, so condolences go out to him. First person to ever die at an X Games event. So 25-year-old Caleb Moore, I guess he walked away from the crash, but then he had bleeding around his heart, and so on and so forth. So condolences go out to everyone in that. It's tragic. And then also, starting tomorrow is the debut of Yackin Wit Yoni Weekly, which will air only on Fridays now. We preview everything about the show. We preview the whole week until the following Friday. So starting tomorrow, every Friday will be on Yackin Wit Yoni Weekly. Only Friday, so we're cutting out Monday through Thursday, Fridays, and then I think we're going to have some more changes as the months progress, I'm hoping, and we'll have announcements as soon as we can get going. So something that I've been doing every day, I'm going to trim it down to once a week, just to, I know people get annoyed by me and what I post, but it's my passion. Sorry. Now it's time for predictions! My predictions, there is none tonight. I went 1-1 last night. I go to 3-1. Preview for tomorrow on the debut of Yackin Wit Yoni Weekly. We're going to preview NHL and NBA weekend. Also preview the Super Bowl. And then we'll answer the question of the week and give the new one. That is all tomorrow on Yackin Wit Yoni. That is going to wrap it up here for this January the 31st on January 31st, Yackin Wit Yoni. I'm Ryan Yanishada saying stay warm. It's cold out there. And I am saying that this is and forever will be one guy, one show, nuff said.